9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
Welcome to Highway Wrestling. It is Monday Madness, and we have a full slate of stuff to go over. And today we have my boys Ricky and Scotty, who are always here religiously.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
You can count on four things in life. You can count on the clock striking 12 twice. Taxes. Oh yeah, clock striking 12 twice. Taxes. Death, and Ricky and Scotty having zero life and being on the stream.
Don't forget yoga pants.
Oh yeah. Well, you can always.
They don't lie.
And we are being joined by my man, my partner from the live stream from the Elimination Chamber, Austin Blackthorn. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much. How's it going today, brother?
Man, I tell you what, I appreciate you keeping me awake on
Trust
Saturday
me.
morning.
Trust me, that was rough. That was real rough.
Yeah,
I slept like a baby.
You slept like a baby. I have a wheelhouse, so I guess I have to start watching pay-per-views before 5 a.m. I've been good because I was getting the same yawns I was getting from the 8 o'clock pay-per-views. 8 p.m. pay-per-views, but it was rough. It wasn't like the pay-per-view was good. I thought the pay-per-view was pretty good.
I think it was really good. Yeah, I think it was good minus the 55 minutes in between that one match and the next. Jeez. That was nuts when that happened. I didn't even recognize it because I think we were too busy just talking back and forth the whole time. But 55 minutes.
There was 55 minutes in between matches. Oh, you're talking about the Waller effect and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably were going over. Hey, somebody fucked up something or trying to get back on schedule because I probably they were allotted so much time and they were ahead of schedule. I think the men's elimination chamber ended like that. Like all of a sudden, boom, boom, 2 eliminations.
Yeah.
So did the women's too. So,
did the women's end like that?
Yeah, I think it was the women's because we were like, oh wow, that was really sudden.
It was
Bianca got rolled up and then
that's what I'm thinking.
was it Liv? But who got eliminated last?
It was Liv eliminating Bianca and then Becky eliminating Liv.
Crap. Be right back, fellas.
Go ahead.
Go get your food, fat man.
Go. He called you fat. I love it. Anyway, we're gonna go over the Elimination Chamber this weekend. I was at IAW Intense Action Wrestling. My very first time. I debuted with AK, and I ain't gonna lie, we were probably the main attraction. We were the third to last match of the evening. We were in I think it was a six-way for some sort of title. Over the top rope battle royal, which I did get involved pretty heavily, from what I hear. So.
The concussion still setting in.
I'm a little sore. Back's a little sore today. I got into the ring and tried to beat the snot out of somebody, and didn't quite work out. I didn't get thrown over the top rope, but I got thrown through the second rope directly to the floor. So that's always a fun bump. So but got to run into a lot of guys that I haven't seen for a while. Jock Cole and Chris Slade and. Of course, we see Matt Wild all the time. A bunch of those guys. So, and got to run into some awesome people. Got to meet Maria and Maximo. I don't know if you recognize them, but Maria, I don't remember if Maximo was on the show or not, but they're from the Wrestlers on Netflix.
Okay, now.
Which now Austin is hooked on.
Yeah, I after you told me about it, I think I finished 5 of the 7 episodes yesterday, and I only have 2 more left.
Okay, really? You blew through them that quick? Good.
Yeah, man. They got hour-long episodes.
What'd I miss?
That's good. We're just talking about IEW for the weekend. You know what? I never get. So I started wrestling back in the late 90s. Very short time. Got injured, blah, blah, blah. I won't go through the whole story. But I did a few shows. I did a couple shows in Culpeper, and I met like Buff Bagwell and Gilbert and Jimmy Superfly Snuka at the time before he killed somebody. And
that was probably way after he killed somebody.
Way after. I did some stuff. Did a show in Chambersburg where I got to meet the Rock and Roll Express. I got to meet Bam Bam. I got to meet King Kong Bundy. I never get starstruck. I could not talk to this woman for some reason. There was something about her that just kind of threw me. And AK was giving me shit like I was some ninth grader that ran into a hot senior and didn't want to talk to her. Like he was like, just go talk to her. I was like, I don't know what to say to her. And I'm never for a loss of words. So I didn't want to be that guy. Like I'm older now. So I didn't want to be the guy that was like, an asshole, like drooling all over the talent and that kind of stuff. So I ended up talking to her by the end of the night and talking to Maximo. Two of the coolest, funniest fucking people I've ever met. And they're out of their fucking mind. They should be medicated. They should be medicated. Some of the shit
they're in the wrestling business. What do you expect?
Well, you know what? Not everybody's like these two. I promise you that. They're more on my mentality, I would think. And actually both of them, I believe, are now Hardway members. So
there you go.
Very, very possible, maybe. And I haven't reached out and said anything to her because I'm kind of a bitch that way. I've sent 300 messages to Ivar. But I won't send a message to her for some reason. But I'm going to talk to her eventually here and maybe get them on the show at some point, get them talking or whatever, and maybe get some stories from the road because she has got some stories. So, yeah. I started listening to a story about James Storm. And I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, great people. IAW, good, really nice, great production value. They had a lot of production with it. So it was a good little organization up there in where was that? Manassas, Virginia. So if you guys are up in Manassas, anybody that's up in Manassas, Virginia, check them out. I mean, pretty good show. All right. We had two pay-per-views this weekend. We had Elimination Chamber and No Surrender. Did everybody get to see all of them?
I didn't watch
TNA.
Yeah. TNA.
Yeah, I saw something with TNA.
I started watching the the No Surrender, and then the stream kept cutting in and out because I was doing I was barring the stream.
Yeah,
it was Randy's virus fucking stream.
Right. I didn't have any viruses. But like Pirate Scotty, I was trying to steal the stream. So I caught some of the matches, and I mean, it was a typical TNA pay-per-view where it wasn't as straightforward as you think it is, but it wasn't as bad as it normally. Like a lot of times you're like, okay, this guy's never winning the belt, right? They're never putting a belt on this guy, and next thing you know, Moose has got the belt, or they're never putting MK Ultra back over because they just lost the belts to the
MK Ultra fucks us again,
and we got fucked again. I don't know if you noticed. Also, we did a fantasy thing back last year, and they took them off the fucking took them off of the match
the
for
main
the
card
subject to change, and cost me big fucking my top.
Cost us both 6 points, I think.
Yeah, my top points. And Jesse put 1 point on him or whatever, some shit like that. So it lost the 1 point, but probably cost me a championship. I'm pretty sure at some point. So, anyway, those bastards, I'll never forgive you. Anyway, first match he had, the pre-show match was,
there were two, I think.
Yeah, it was. What was the pre-show? It was
Eddie Edwards and what the hell's Kurt Hawkins' name?
Kurt Hawkins.
I thought he went under something else.
No,
Brian Myers.
Brian Myers. There you go.
It was Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, Kushida, and Kevin Knight, who I've never heard of Kevin Knight before. But I was super impressed with this guy. This guy was a really good wrestler. Really good wrestler. So great up and coming guy. I believe Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers won this game, this match, if I'm not mistaken. What's the faction that they're in now? They're in a faction with Moose and somebody else.
You're asking the wrong guy because
I can't remember. Anyway, maybe
fuck's Owen Hardy.
Yeah, right. Maybe it'll pop up here real soon. Then we had Speedball Mountain, Mike Bailey, Trent Seven, who I don't remember Trent Seven being so thick. Was he always
Jesus, here he goes.
Was he always that thick when he was with WWE? You know, I'm a chubby chaser.
Yeah.
I don't remember him being so thick.
We can feel your excitement from here.
Well, I wasn't excited because I was like, oh, he's sloppy. He looks like me without a shirt on. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. I mean, from the nipples up, I'm okay. But from belly button down, no, I'm a fucking mess.
Where'd everybody go? Oh, there we go.
Wait, are you back? What happened? Did you lose?
I don't know. I saw two screens disappear.
Oh, weird. Okay. So we had the Radicals, Trey Miguel, and Zachary Wentz defeat Speedball Mountain. Zachary Wentz, he would fill me in here. Was he the guy that was with the dude in NXT and then he'd like beat his girlfriend or some shit and they got rid of him?
So it was something along the lines of he made
kind of domestic dispute or domestic
problem. There was like domestic dispute, and then she leaked a photo of him doing like a Hitler salute or something in the bathroom.
Oh, right, wasn't that like a Halloween costume or some shit like that?
I mean, sure, I guess, but
is it too soon to be wearing Hitler costumes still? I mean, I don't think. Listen, I mean, Squishmallow. I can see where that's like a top costume. Eventually, Hitler's going to get up there, right? It's Michael Myers and Squishmallow and probably SpongeBob, right? That's a big popular costume. I mean, at this point, is it still?
The next big Halloween trend for costumes? Vince McMahon.
I mean, I'm in.
I'd rock one.
I'm wearing a diaper.
Good shit. Prince Nana.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear all the shit Jason gets for going blackface.
Oh. See, now I don't think we can do that.
Yeah, that one's not okay.
We'll see what Zachary Wentz does. We'll see what he does, and then maybe we'll go from there. Trying to read what is their fucking faction called? The system. That's what they're called. All right. Another match that probably should have been on the pre-show was Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian. All right, they started out the night. It wasn't Kazarian didn't start the match. I caught this match. It was Damo, the dude that used to be with he was with the WWE for a while, and then they released him. I can't remember what his name was.
Killian Dane.
Killian Dane, thank you. Man, goddamn. Thank God Austin's here. Yeah, so Killian Dane shows up. He gets his shit kicked out of him. He's fucking hairy. Actually, my girlfriend was like, oh my God. He's gross. He is so gross. And I agree. I would not want to. He's married or he's dating. I think he's married to what's the goofy chick, Austin?
Nikki Cross.
Thank you. I'm just gonna make him fill in every blank.
Is she even still with WWE?
Yeah, I think she's still standing there staring
catering
off in face.
Catering.
No, the other night she was on Raw, but like it was in the middle of the match, and she literally walked like across the ramp. Like she's doing this weird gimmick where she's just walking in the background of stuff across the screen.
So she's basically pulling a R-Truth kind of deal, where he's kind of in the background of everything else going on.
I guess, but like I don't know where they're going with it because it's just really weird. She's literally just strolling in the background of something. And it's like, oh, what's gonna happen here? And then nothing ever happens.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see her with Bo Dallas here soon, but that's
what I was thinking. Maybe it's going to be part of the up and coming Uncle Howdy gimmick, the resurrection of the Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah, we'll see. They're shooting some pretty good promos for that. We haven't talked about it yet, but they're shooting some pretty good promos. It doesn't have the same feel that Bray Wyatt.
Well, of course not.
I'm here for drunk Bo Dallas.
B team, B team, B team.
Right, I'm here for the for drunk Bo Dallas. All right, so it ended up after Damo was done, Frankie Kazarian jumped in there and Eric Young. Eric Young ends up defeating Frankie Kazarian and Damo, and he is the number one contender for the TNA World Title at Shot, or gets a shot at Sacrifice. That's their next pay-per-view, Sacrifice, which is what I did with my fucking time trying to watch it through that stream.
That'll teach you to pirate streams from now on.
I pirate these streams. So the next match was the TNA World Tag Team Championship, ABC, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, grizzled young veterans. I don't like them. I don't like these guys. I don't know why. There's just something about these guys.
Are they not chubby?
Yeah, they're not chubby. They're fit. They're very fit. Yeah, they're very fit. And maybe that's why I like Austin so much. Is that what it is?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah,
I was just thinking that. That's the relation right there.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. And Ricky, if you don't eat that whole pizza,
I'm safe.
You're out. You're out, buddy.
Sad thing is, like, the kid will eat that whole damn pizza probably.
Oh, well, you better
I'll come back. The only thing that'll be left to be the garlic cups and the little stems from the pepperoncinis.
Oh, ew, gross. Your kid's great.
He's a freaking animal. Sounds like we might need to replace Ricky with the kid.
Oh, yeah, it might not be long. We usually replace him with Mr. Puffers because he weighs in.
He is the thick one in the group, huh? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's the chubby
Good
bastard.
Lord.
Ace Austin, Chris Bay, they retain against the Grizzled Young Vets. This was the best of three. I did catch some of this match in and out as the stream was acting shitty. It wasn't a bad match. It just wasn't. I don't know. It's Impact or it's TNA. The match that I really wanted to see that kept cutting in and out was PCO versus Khan. From what I'm hearing, they beat the absolute piss out of each other. And then it ended up in a DQ, I believe, and Khan just continued to thump PCO. But PCO gets the win. Moving on, we had the match that fucks me every time: the Knockout World Tag Championship, MK Ultra versus Decay. I don't know what happened. Why? I'm not sure what happened. I haven't heard. I was trying to catch something from Sean Ross Sapp. I haven't heard from them yet either. Why they took these belts off of Decay already didn't make a lot of sense to me.
No, it didn't. Thank God I only put like 2 points on this in the fantasy league.
Yeah, well, I forget what I put on it. I think I must have put 4 points on or some shit, but I ended up losing the lead or losing the tie for the lead because of this stupid match. Yeah, hold on to that for now because you're gonna get your ass kicked next week because we have a pay-per-view on Sunday.
Put all my points on Sting.
You better.
Sting never loses.
Actually, I'm going the
opposite.
Yeah,
this time.
I'm putting all my points on Sting to lose.
Yeah. Sadly.
No, we'll see. Sting never loses, but he's going out on his back, hopefully. Anyway, MK Ultra takes these titles back. I really, from the stream, from the last video, I thought that they need to build this women's division back up now that Naomi's not there. I really thought Masha Slamovich, great singles competitor, and Killer Kelly would be great singles competitor, but I don't know. What the fuck do I know? A little disappointed. We had Josh Alexander versus Simon Gotch. This was pretty much straightforward. Josh Alexander defeats Simon Gotch. What else? The World Heavyweight title, Moose versus Alex Shelley. Moose ends up retaining the title.
Did we ever find out what that no surrender rules was? Was it like last man standing or an I quit match?
I think it's like an I quit match.
Or throw in the towel or whatever.
Yeah, I'm reading like the breakdown of the match, and it looks like similar to like an I quit match because it says that Kushida threw in the towel and Moose hits the spear anyway. So it looks like it's some kind of no or I quit match or something like that.
I think they figured that that's what was going to happen. Somebody was going to throw in a towel or some bullshit. But anyway, then you had the main event was Jordan Grace versus Giselle Shaw, one of Randy's favorite wrestlers. We're not going to repeat what Randy says because Randy's not.
Yeah, I read that in the chat.
Yeah. God. Guys stuck it back in the fucking 50s. Anyway, Giselle Shaw does not win, Randy. So you're very, very lucky. I can't read the Facebook messages. I don't know who's on there.
It's Owen Hardy.
Owen Hardy.
Nope.
Yes.
He just got off the school bus.
Oh, what's up? Welcome, Odie. Odie Hardy.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was it for No Surrender. Their next one's coming up. I think we're gonna get that towards the end of March, if I'm not mistaken. Their next pay-per-view.
Jason, you missed a match.
I did. What did I miss?
X Division, Chris Sabin and Mustafa.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that, Mustafa.
That was the main event.
Yeah, that was the main event. Oh, I didn't scroll down far enough. What a dick. What a dick. Yeah. Hey, Chris. Hey, there's an X Division championship match. Chris Sabin versus Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali immediately leaves the WWE and gets himself.
He's already got 2 titles.
He's got not 1 but 2 titles. So I invited him to Hardway Wrestling's Fantasy League. If he would like to win that belt, also.
Not gonna happen.
It's kind of crazy with like the WWE stars that have just decided. Well, they didn't decide; they got released, and automatically it's like every promotion's throwing a belt on them.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
it makes complete sense. But I'm just like, it's crazy. It's like you look at New Japan, Dolph and Riddle now have belts. Mustafa's
Riddle.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's crazy.
Austin is an indie wrestler and might end up in the same area as Matt Riddle, so we don't say fuck Matt. We don't say
What
Matt
was
Riddle.
that?
That was my Money in the Bank briefcase. I never got cashed in. Yeah. I mean, it only makes sense because they're big stars. Even the shittiest catering guy at WWE is like a major player elsewhere. So. But you know who we haven't heard from? Like all these guys are getting released or they're moving on to different companies. What happened to Jungle Boy?
Yeah, what did happen? I forgot about
He showed up at
New Japan.
Yeah, it was New Japan.
And he just cut a really honestly a really cool promo. I watched it the other day. I was actually intrigued.
Why have I have not seen this? I have no idea. Did not see this.
Yeah, I think it came out the same day, like later on in the day of Elimination Chamber, and I was actually like, okay, like this, you kind of have me. I was uninterested in anything you did in AEW, but you kind of have me here. So let's see what happens.
I like the homeless Jack Perry.
Yeah, the homeless bum gimmick is working for him. I give it that.
Yeah, surprising.
So, we'll see. I just figured by now it's been 2 months now since he did that, like back in January, right? Wasn't it back in January, beginning of January, where he
tore up the AEW contract?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I like Tony was probably like, I already did that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway. It was actually his termination notice.
Is that what it is? I refuse. It was his dad's old contract.
Well, no, it only makes sense that he has to come out of hiding and do something, considering that the trust fund money he got from his dad is starting to run out now.
Why do you think that? Do you have that? Do you know that for sure? He got that 90210 residual money, bro.
Yeah.
He's never going to run out of money. You know what? And honestly, I mean, I'm sure he gets paid a nice chunk because he's one of the buddies. He's one of the Young Bucks buddies. But guys who do wrestling, it ain't for the money. It's not for the money.
Because he ain't done anything noteworthy up until now.
We're going to talk about it one day. I'm going to release how much I spent last year on wrestling.
Does that include all of your micro brawlers and everything?
No. On
You're
outfits
talking about
alone,
actual wrestling.
on outfits alone and gear, I'm probably in the $2,000, $3,000 range.
I was putting that on just that fur coat.
I just got a new one today.
Oh, good God.
Actually, it's actually kind of crazy. Like, I'm only about 6 months in, and I didn't realize how much you actually sink money into this. A good pair of boots is like $250.
Yeah.
Decent looking tights is like $250 to $400. It's crazy how quickly you can just start writing stuff off, and it's like, okay, I need to do this. Okay, I want to do that, and next thing you know, you're dishing out $200 to $400.
Yeah, yeah, it's outrageous. And then if you go and decide you're going to buy gimmicks and shirts and stuff to hand out or give away or sell, then you don't sell them, and you're like, fuck, I got 300 shirts with my face on it. They are definitely not cheap. That I have a black and a white jacket. There's probably $250 wrapped up in a black and a white fur. Yeah. And my sunglasses, obviously.
I figured Jesse might steal one of those to keep herself warm.
She absolutely she said we're gonna have the best Halloween costumes ever. We're going to Cruella DeVille and Gru, I think, for Halloween. So, we're gonna be the bougiest motherfuckers in Waynesboro. Anyway, let's move on. Elimination Chamber. Austin and I sat here for 4 hours. Was it 3 hours or 4 hours?
It was like 3.5.
I lost track after drinking.
We were worried that last match was going to go a full fucking hour.
We were sitting here. We were like, okay, there's zero shot Nia goes an hour because she's going to be blown up 10 minutes in. And we were absolutely correct. But it was like it started going and going. We're sitting here. We're like, please stop. Don't do it. Don't make us sit here for an hour and watch a Nia Jax match, please.
Yeah, I was sitting there and wait for the refs and the medical team to start throwing X's up because Rhea just got face slammed into something.
We dump on Nia a lot. Well, Scott does because Scott
track record,
right? She's had a lot of issues with injuring people or whatever. When you're a bigger person, it's a lot more difficult to control yourself, I believe. Or when you drop a senton or you drop a fallaway slam or whatever, what do they call it? The Samoan drop or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's a lot of fucking weight, bro. It's a lot of weight to move. Right? So Austin will be able to tell you after this weekend when he gets Samoa dropped on the concrete. It's a lot of it's a lot of fucking weight to control, and that's people do get hurt. And you look at Becky Lynch, she's the size of Scott's fucking arm, right? She's not big. She's this little tiny skinny thing. If she was fatter, I'd be into her, but she's not. So so you got to look at comparison to some of these people. Now, Rhea, big strong lad, thick lad, strong, muscular, can handle Rhea. I give that match was not bad at all. It was pretty good.
It wasn't. It was decent.
Yeah, Nia did a really good job. Scotty, why do you say that? Why do you say Nia didn't do a good job?
No, it was okay. I mean, I look at Nia and it's just like, the term refrigerator definitely still fuck. But I mean, the simple fact, Rhea is one of the few women, her and I think Charlotte are two of the women they are able to move Nia around that ring decently. If it had been like a Liv Morgan or even a Katana Chance, aka Casey Captain Mazzaro, that match would have just been an absolute stinker.
That's because both of them are each the size of one of Nia's legs.
Exactly. But that
would be like me trying to pick you up and body slam you.
Exactly. It's just again, the match was good, and Rhea did a good job of working with what she had. But there is limited talent in Nia Jax. I mean, again, for what? Huh? Somebody's gonna say? Oh,
I'm ready to shit on you here in a minute. Go ahead.
No, no. It was again. It was for what it was. It was okay. It wasn't one of it wasn't one of Rhea's best matches just because who she had to work with. But I mean, they got through it. Rhea didn't get injured that we are aware of as of this point, and.
Give me a big woman that was a great wrestler. Give me a big woman that's a great wrestler, and don't say Dewdrop because he's
no.
What do we consider?
I actually like her. I really like her.
What do we consider big? Like, are you talking like heavy, tall? Like,
okay, if you're pushing 3 kilos, right? If you're pushing 3 bills, then you're anything over 200 pounds as a woman.
I'm just saying. I
thought said Awesome Kong.
I was just about to say Awesome Kong. I think she was really good. But truthfully, I was actually very impressed with that match. I thought that was probably the best match of the night. Personally.
Yeah, you thought it stole the show?
I don't think it stole the show. I just think it was probably one of the better matches. I mean, the pop whenever Rhea came out, like it just had the makings of a good match, a good hometown match. And I think that I just think it was good. Although when Nia Jax like slammed her on the table and that monitor broke, we were sitting here cringing because we were like, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Didn't
even remove. Yeah.
Didn't even move.
Still there. And that table did not budge either.
Maybe Nia's hoping that we'll get the Sasha thing where the girl Rhea would get hurt and say, go ahead and pin me and get the belt off because I'm not gonna be able to work anymore. So yeah, that's what she
if that happened, that would have been like Shawn Michaels in Canada all over again.
Oh my god, that might have burned down Perth. All those fucking spiders would be burnt.
I mean, they already had to black the camera out because people were calling Dom a wanker and flipping him the bird and everything.
Yeah, Jason, did you read that? Did you So you remember when we were like, what the hell is happening? Why is the camera
right, a couple times I thought we were losing feed. And you said it was one of those big ass spiders got on the wires.
Yeah, apparently it's because like everyone in the front row was giving Dom the finger.
Yeah.
So that's why they ended up blocking it out.
I heard somebody tried to reach over and attack him too.
Wouldn't shock me.
It's very possible.
That was what I heard, that they didn't come completely over the barricade, but like they were trying to reach as far as they could over the barricade to go after him. And
that would have been a bad move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then you would have got to see Prison Dom because he'd have stopped the mother.
Yeah, you got to see Prison Dom, him running away like a little chicken.
Yeah,
so
I don't think so.
Nah, there's zero shot. Dom would whoop that guy's ass.
Yeah, keep it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. We are looking for a reason to smack the fucking shit out of a fan. So, you cross that line, that chicken shit heel manager guy might put you in the fucking dirt. that guy that's like super. Oh please, Mr. Wrestler, don't hurt me. You might catch a fucking fistful. Cocksuckers. Anyway, we had so Becky. No, wait a minute. So Rhea defends, holds on to her title, which we kind of thought she would anyway. This fight was pretty much straightforward. They've been telling these stories so well that it's hard for them to veer away and swerve us. So men's elimination chamber. Austin, what did you think of the men's elimination chamber?
I actually thought once again it was really good. It was probably one of the best men's chambers we've had in a while. The ending was great. I really liked the ending. I just want to say AJ Styles, the ultimate hater, flying across the globe just to cost LA Knight. Hands down, probably one of the funniest, most haterish things you could ever do in your entire life.
Yeah.
And then the Styles clash on the broken chair, I was like,
that's another through his neck. Like I could see just gushing blood.
When we saw the chair, we were like, no, please don't, please don't.
No, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Who trained you? God damn it, boy. Who trained you?
But no, overall, really good. The ending was phenomenal in my opinion. The camera work was great.
So it got down to Randy Orton ended up RKOing
Logan Paul,
putting Logan Paul out. And we noticed it. We kept saying, why isn't Logan Paul leaving? Because they drug Bobby Lashley out. Like
they drug his ass like
11 people to carry Bobby Lashley out of the ring. And Logan Paul, his skinny ass, is still laying on the apron. So Randy Orton RKOs Logan Paul, gets the pin there. And then, but he's still laying there. He's got the brass knuckles. He's laying there. And then we get down to Drew and
Randy.
Thank you. And next thing you know, Logan Paul turns around and fucking clocks Randy, hits him with the brass knuckles, and Randy sold the absolute shit out of it.
Yeah, he did.
He actually I thought he was out. He looked like he was out. So, and then Drew McIntyre goes on to win the men's elimination chamber. This match was good from start to finish. It started off hot. It started off with a bunch of shit. Well, who was it that climbed? It was Randy Orton climbed on top of Drew's cage and did
yeah. And then
Kevin
Owens did it too during his entrance.
LA Knight
did it to Logan Paul.
Yeah, and then LA Knight did it on top of Orton and did the whole LA Knight thing.
Yeah, that's right.
But I just want to say that Kevin Owens was definitely like the most entertaining, the whole like beginning portion. Like headbutting the glass.
Dude, he was doing a maniac.
Doing the forearms while LA Knight was bouncing McIntyre's head off the glass was great. Like,
are we getting a triple threat match for the U.S. title now?
I don't think so. I think
Orton, KO, and Logan Paul.
We're going to talk about it here shortly, but I'm pretty sure they've announced a couple matches coming out of that men's elimination chamber, and you could actually see it.
Well, we already saw AJ Styles versus LA Knight was happening ever since Styles returned.
Yep.
I still think there's a chance for a ladder match. All of those guys could easily be put into a ladder match for the US title. Give me a 6-man. Like, it's a bunch of good guys. They all have storylines that still kind of connect. Give me it.
Jay Walker's in the house on YouTube. He says, what time was the elimination chamber for us? I'm in England, and it was 10 in the morning. It started at 5 here. We're
5 here.
Yeah, so it was 5 o'clock. 5 a.m. here. Some of us were up at 3:30 to prepare themselves. Don't know why. What an idiot.
I was just getting off work.
Made a super
I literally, just so you know, Jason, I literally joined your stream. Like, I was watching the YouTube stream at like 4:30. I literally looked at the clock and I'm like, I'm not doing this. I literally clicked it off, rolled over, went back to sleep. I was like, I'll watch the show later when I can. So
I came home. I came home and jumped on towards the end of the pre-show and ate some pizza, and then I was like, "Fuck this! I'm done. Gotta sleep."
You were done before you even got on the stream. So
yeah.
I fought with my internet for I got up at 4, got in the shower, got ready, got out. Was like, oh, I'm gonna log in now. Fought with my internet for about 45 minutes, and then we were good. I think I got right on, like right after Ricky left.
Yeah, just a couple minutes. So it was a pretty flawless stream. We didn't have too many problems. You had the Judgment Day defeated the New Catch Republic for the tag team titles. Didn't need to be here. Yeah, I mean, they wanted to get They wanted to get the Judgment Day on this program, all of them. So
there were a couple of interesting moments, some funny moments. There was a couple of things that I wish I could remember what it was. Priest did something that was like, I wish I could. It's been like a couple of days because I got up later. I went up and gave Tommy Freeney. Tommy, shout out to you. Gave Tommy his shirt up at Food Line, and then I had somewhere to be a little later on, so I just sat in the parking lot, grabbed some McDonald's, sat in the parking lot, and started watching the Chamber pay-per-view. And I remember there was a couple of things. I wish I could remember what Priest did. Priest did a couple of things in the match that were like, okay, this is pretty good. Finn Balor actually had a good showing, for him anyways. But yeah, it was kind of a forgettable match overall.
What a hater.
That's what I was just thinking the same thing.
What?
Hater of Finn?
I don't think like I've never liked Finn in the Judgment Day. So Finn, like Priest, Dominic, Rhea fit perfectly. Finn is that little brother, that odd man out, and his little twin JD from JD Funko Pop. Like, you know, really, I just like they're the little twin brothers that don't fit in the scenario. You know, like that's why I think if they had kept this the way they should have, with Edge being the running the thing, it would have been a perfect fit because Edge has got that goth feel, always has. He could have been running the show, and those three could have been, you know, really the stars that he trained and really got them over, and then they fucked it all up and got Edge out of there. I was like, you know what, I'm done. Like,
oh my God, that's it. Oh.
Yeah, no, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, why? Like, keep Edge there. You don't need
that shit. Edge didn't need to be in it.
No.
Edge was ruining Judgment Day.
Yeah, I wasn't interested when Edge was there, truthfully.
Yeah, they were terrible. Finn Balor is fucking awesome. I love Demon more than I like the regular Finn. I wish we got more Demon, but and we might get him again here eventually when they turn on Priest or whatever they're gonna do. But man, I love Finn Balor.
The coup de grace at the very end I was like, I'm pretty sure Pete Dunne just broke his forearm because
yes,
because the stomp literally was just straight onto Pete Dunne's left arm, and I was like, yep, that's a broken forearm.
It almost felt like somebody said to the referee, "Hey, go home. We need to get this over with." Yeah. So it would seem to be a little rushed. So.
And then Finn Balor, apparently, I don't know. I read it online, but his thumb apparently was legitimately messed up. It wasn't.
I think it looked like they were trying to pop it back in place, like it dislocated or something. Yeah. So, wrestling's fake, so that's probably not real. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, we had the women's elimination chamber match. Becky Lynch is moving on to WrestleMania.
The start of this match was absolute just trash with Becky and Naomi. Like, it really picked up when Tiffany Stratton came in. Like, I was not interested in the beginning of it.
Yeah, same.
I don't know. I think Naomi needed. They should have.
If they still didn't wash all that impact off of her.
They're keeping Jade Cargill off of TV, and I believe she's better than Naomi.
Yeah. They need to send Naomi back down to NXT or even lower than it, whatever's lower than NXT. Just keep her off. Yeah. Yeah, keep her off television.
They should have did a crossover and put Jordan Grace in her spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Anthem's got their own fucking problems right now. Yeah. So, I don't know if we're gonna see Jordan Grace tomorrow. Jay Walker says, "How do you make it safe?" Because legit just coming, just jumping onto them. So it's all given the knees, right? It's all given the knees when you land on someone's chest or stomach or wherever you landed. And that's just it. Wrestling hurts, no matter what. You know, body slam, probably the easiest thing you're going to be able to take. Still fucking jars the shit out of you, bro.
Wrestling sucks. Everything about it sucks. It hurts so damn bad. I'm here to tell you that right now.
Unless you're Ridge Holland and you fucking break somebody's neck with a body slam.
And shit fucking happens, though, bro. I mean, shit just fucking happens. You try to be as safe as possible. Just, it happens. And that's just one of those moves. Another one, the buckle bomb, right? If you hit that just wrong, your shoulders are in a bad spot. Your arms are in a bad spot. It fucking tears your
Finn Balor.
Blows your fucking shoulders out. Yeah, I mean, Sting. I mean, shit fucking happens. You only got so many bumps on your card, so hopefully you last a lot longer than most. So anyway, I take. When I came back, I was like, yo, I'm getting back in the fucking ring. I'm gonna smack the shit out of people. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and I've done it a little bit, and I was like, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna wear fur coats and dance around the fucking ring, my glowing shoes. Fuck that shit. That's way more fun.
Works for you.
Yeah, it does. It does work for me. I am sexy as fuck out there.
You gotta tell Chucky to turn you back heel, though. I can't watch you fucking
listen
jumping around the ring like a fucking stooge trying to hype the crowd up. You can't do that.
That company is my family now. There's people in my family. They love me. I'm not going back.
Not yet.
Nah, I don't know. I like where I'm at. I'm making the same amount of money no matter what.
So 0?
Anyway, women's elimination chamber. Let's get back into this.
I only some money the last couple weeks. Anyway, Becky Lynch wins, and she's going on to face. Who is she facing?
Mommy.
Rhea. She's facing Rhea. All right, real quick, Scotty, did they take the belt off of Rhea?
I don't know. Like I would say, like I think they should keep the belt on Rhea for a lot longer. I mean, it's been a year. I know. There could be an interesting deal with the chase where Becky takes it and then Rhea's got to get it back. I'm really torn because I think Rhea's the best thing they've got going in the women's division right now. Now that Charlotte's on the IR and stuff like that, and I mean, again, Bayley's great. Becky is great. Bianca, and then who's you
only don't like Bianca because Brian Bianca.
Nah. But
Ryan Hardy, known Bianca fan.
Yeah.
Biggest fan. He's getting them sharp pains in his kidneys again, and it's not from the stones.
Don't let him fool you. He loves himself some Bianca.
Yeah, no,
I love me some Tiffany Stratton, god damn it. And she had a hell of a showing in that fucking chamber match.
Toodles. She's gonna get her time. Scotty, yes or no?
No. I say keep it on Rhea.
All right. Ricky?
I hope they keep it on Rhea, but fucking Becky, you know where they're gonna go with this. She's gonna be the one because she's the man.
Austin?
So I think they're going to go down the path of making it a triple threat because there's 0 shot Becky Lynch is pinning Rhea for that belt. So someone's going to be taking the pin, and I have a strong feeling it's going to be Nia.
I heard that
Bianca?
Brian Hardy sent me to say fuck you, Bianca. Hold on, let's look. I've been watching your streams from New Year. And I can tell you should be a heel. That's fuck you, Jay. Just kidding. I don't mean that. See what you do. See what you just. Okay, let me bring it back.
Prince Nana. There you go.
Let me bring it back. Okay. Anyway, you think they will give Bianca an Undertaker-like streak at Mania?
What?
No, Jay. Jay, you a couple years behind. Is that what it is? You a couple years behind? Bianca's not winning that belt back for a while. They did that. Been there, done that. Brian Hardy said no, they're not doing it.
I think they need to put Bianca with Jade and let them get a tag title run.
I don't think so. I think they need a singles run and then they find each other another way and end up being a tag team possibly. But I'm for the. Why did we have to put Jade and Bianca together?
Because they're strong, athletic women, and I think putting Jade with Bianca will help her out a little bit.
Okay. I think there's better people for Jade to go against.
Well, not go against, but what they?
No, I'm saying tag them up, put them together.
Yeah, I know, but I would almost rather she needs a singles push, not a tag push. They didn't bring her in there to hide her. Or maybe they did at this point. Who fucking knows? Maybe right now at the performance center they're like, "What the fuck did we do?" Hey,
Tony Khan.
Hey Tony, got any room in catering? Got somebody for you?
Yeah.
Send a Serena D back. We'll take her. Anyway, some matches came out of back to triple threat. I did see somebody post, or Randy. I think Randy sent me a thing saying that put Liv Morgan in a triple threat. I don't know if they're gonna put Liv Morgan.
It kind of defeats the purpose of winning the Elimination Chamber for the title match to put any of them other women in there that did not win the chamber match. So putting Nia in, letting Nia somehow win her way back in, and she'd be the one to take the pinfall from Becky. I like it. I see it.
Yeah. And I mean, to me, it makes the most sense and
it keeps Rhea looking ungodly strong.
Yeah, and why would you have Rhea take the pin after what? How long has it been? It would be 2 years at Mania, or is it 1 year?
Yeah,
at Mania?
1 year.
Yeah, 1 year at Mania, and she's just been on this dominant streak, and you're just gonna have Becky just hit her with the shittiest looking rock bottom and pin her like.
the man was it the manhandle slam? Is that what?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna take this belt off. I'm gonna mute your fucking microphone. You're gonna be mute for a while. I think they're gonna take this belt and put it on Becky. I think that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna put this belt on Becky. Unfortunately. So and maybe they're gonna have something for Rhea back down the line. I don't know what Rhea does if she loses the title though. She's been so dominant.
That's the thing. That's why I keep saying, like, they need to, in order to keep Judgment Day strong, they need to have the title on Rhea, have Damian with his own title, either singles or tag. I'll say tag for now, since they've got that. And then have Dominic get a title back. I would love to see him get the North American title back, but ain't nobody taking off that one dude down in NXT. But have all three of them
over Femi.
Huh? Over me. Get all three of them with belts and keep that strong. Like Finn can go eat catering for all I care. Keep those three strong, and you got the next generation superstars right there. Really do.
Finn's dick.
Balor and Priest are going to lose the tag titles to Awesome Truth. I'm telling you. Truth is so fucking over. National fucking treasure.
If he can find the arena, I mean, he couldn't get freaking Australia without going to Austria.
Oi, matey, take me back to the aerial port.
Anyway, so some other matches came out of this chamber. It looks like we're going to get Randy and Logan Paul at Mania. We're going to get who else are we getting? We're getting KO.
Styles and
LA Knight. We're getting KO. Who are we getting with KO?
KO is feuding with Logan Paul. That's why I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's why I'm
triple threat.
We're getting a triple threat.
Yeah.
Rick,
well, like I said,
all Wrestlemania would be fucking 4 triple threats.
I don't care. We'll be there. So
I said, I'm here for the ladder matches to start getting brought back, like how they used to do, where it was like
the Money in the Bank.
Well, no, for a while there, it was like 3 Manias in a row. There was a ladder match for the IC title.
Oh, yeah.
And
you're right.
Like, I would like to see that style come back where instead of doing the IC, just do the United States. I mean, you have all these super talented mid-carders, LA Knight, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Logan Paul. I don't want to call Randy Orton a mid-carder, but you throw Randy Orton in there. And there's 5 of the 6. Just throw someone else in there, I guess.
All right, if we get a Randy Logan Paul, who goes over?
I think Randy's taking it. Oh, well, I don't know.
No, Randy goes over by DQ.
Yeah.
They're not going to take this belt off of Logan.
No.
I've said this a million times, but they have to find out. And see, that's why I think it'd be better.
Another DQ match for Logan.
I don't want to see Randy with the U.S. title.
Yeah, I don't either. And
again,
to keep on Logan.
Back for him.
They're not going to have Randy take a pinfall to Logan Paul, even though it would surely boost his career. But even a win like that, like a DQ win, and I think it works better. I think it would because it's kind of like Regal with the brass knucks, the power of the punch. Like Regal was always finding a way to sneak those brass knucks in. And win matches and stuff like that, or even if he didn't win, at least get an unfair advantage. And I think that's kind of Logan Paul's that chicken shit heel right now. Like even though he's athletic and can do the stuff, he finds the backdoor way to sneak in and try to win it.
Yeah, but they've already he already lost because of a disqualification on the last.
That is
time.
true.
So, it is true.
How many are we gonna do?
But again, do you have Orton take a pinfall on it? Like, I don't see that doing any good for Orton, even though Orton's as over as God right now.
He can still take a pinfall. I don't think anything can hurt Randy Orton.
I don't think it would hurt Randy if it's a dirty pinfall. Like if it's the power of the punch.
Say what?
Even if it's clean, I don't think it hurts Randy Orton. I really don't.
If it's clean, it really does hurt Orton. If it's a dirty pinfall like Austin's saying, I can see that being I can see that being a good out. Because again, every good babyface needs an out, and a dirty pinfall is at least a way to give Orton an out. Hey, I almost got him, but he cheated. Yada yada. Like I said, it keeps the chicken shit heel. Find a backdoor way to win Logan Paul character going. So I agree with Austin on that one.
All right, so we're starting to see a little bit of Mania. The road is starting to be paved. So in the next week or so, we're going to really get into the Mania stuff here with matches coming up. It's 2 nights, so they're gonna have to start developing some shit pretty quickly here. So
very quickly. Just a quick vote for everybody. Do you guys want to see this ever go back to a one night deal, or do you guys like it as 2 nights?
2.
I'm here for 2.
Yep, I'm here.
They're going to be 4 hours each night, so you want to lump that into 8. But 10 o'clock, Jason wouldn't even make it to 10 o'clock.
You ever sat through a whole Mania?
Yeah.
I'm on vacation now. Well, I will make it through both these Manias, bro.
That's because we're going to be there live.
That's right, we're going to be there.
I remember
grueling.
I think it was
fucking grueling WrestleManias starting at like 6 o'clock or whatever, it was, 5 o'clock.
There was a couple that started at 5. I think it was like after 30
until
after like
midnight
in the morning.
Yeah. By like 10 o'clock, you were already done.
Yeah, grueling. Yeah, there were plenty of times. I know I slept through probably 12 years of Undertaker streak. I would wake up and
that's because it took like 60 minutes for him to get to the ring.
Well, that's when I started to nod off. Yeah, that's when I started to nod off. So,
you hear the gong and it's like, oh, it's bedtime. Cool.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, there's been. Yeah. No, I'm all for the 2 nights. Why, Scotty? You want to go back?
Exactly. That was the best thing that Vince or whoever came up with during COVID.
I don't know.
2 nights for me.
More grueling to go through.
Was that COVID when that started?
Yeah.
So for me, 2 nights makes so much more sense because it's not okay. We now have to cut time for Joe. We now have to cut time for the main event. So you now have 2 minutes. Like you can plan out 4 hours better than you can 8.
Sure. You can give everybody the exact time they need to let things develop and the matches make sense and that kind of stuff. You don't have to hurry some shit through.
Yeah, after like 4 or 5 hours, like you're gonna lose interest.
Right, somebody give me collision numbers for WrestleMania night. Night 1 collision numbers.
Collision numbers.
Yeah, because the collision will be on my Mania's on.
Tony should just postpone that or just start it at 5 a.m. or something.
We appreciate.
100. I'm gonna the lowest number yet. It's gonna be like 150,000 people that watch the collision. That's gonna be their lowest ever.
That's a bold statement.
That's gonna be a way over.
150,000.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Dude, that's half their usual. Like they're in the 300,000.
Yeah, they're in the threes.
So they're gonna lose. They're going to lose half their audience to WrestleMania that night. I guarantee it. So
half Eddie. I think they're gonna lose it all. I don't think anybody's gonna be watching. They better pull off some fucking shit. Like they better light Sammy Guevara on fire as he's slipping through the air.
They better put Okada versus Omega on free on television because that's the only way they're drawing
Omega
anything.
is not going to be back anytime soon.
Nope.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's the only way they have a shot in hell of competing with Mania is like
I need
give
the bar to put a ladder on top of a ladder and then do a flip onto on Powerhouse Hobbs.
What was that one match WCW did, the 3 stages of hell, or the cage on top of the cage on top of the cage?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what Tony Khan will do that Mania night. I guarantee.
I love that. I love that. Bring that back.
Yeah.
The one I think isn't that the one where Arquette won the title too?
I don't
Yeah.
think so. Was that
Well,
the one
in the movie? In the movie.
Yeah, in the movie.
Yeah.
No, he won the title on the. I'm pretty sure that was, or maybe it was he was retaining the title that night because I remember he was in that cage. DDP was in that cage. I think it was Hogan in that cage. They were all in that cage and they were trying to get Arquette. And DDP helped Arquette retain the title, if I remember right. And that was
I will rule you.
So
You might be thinking of the movie.
Jimmy King or
Yeah.
Jimmy King, right? Yeah. I love Jimmy King. All right.
Through the eye of Scott should be good.
Oh, I always have something to
probably
say.
Not through the eye of Scotty. Now's your chance to go to the party.
While it's going, hold on one second. I got to turn the light on. All right. It's getting dark in here.
The eye of Scotty. Scotty won today. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty wants to talk about Dave Meltzer. We're going to give him the platform here. And so if you guys want to go to the bathroom, now's the time.
This is the bathroom break part of our episode today, ladies and gentlemen. No, so hopefully you all have been following this. I know I have. Dave Meltzer, who Crazy Uncle Dave, he has been into, like, Dave has had some very interesting, controversial stuff over his course of his career. He's had some stuff he's had to backtrack on, backstep on a few occasions. But over the last, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, he has really stepped in his own shit. To a point where he is now backtracking a lot. I see Austin's on mute now because he's about to start saying stuff in the chat and making fun of me. Now, so he has been saying some very interesting stuff to the point where he wrote an article saying how good AEW's locker room feel was now that Punk is gone. He had to backwalk that by saying, oh yeah, the locker room's getting along better than ever, but they're all afraid for their jobs because Crazy Uncle Tony is sitting there saying everything is great. And then even with the dwindling rating numbers and the dwindling attendance numbers, stuff like that. Then he came out a week later and said that after the firing of Scott D'Amore, saying that Tommy Dreamer was going to be the head of creative, had to backwalk that because Dreamer said, I have no idea what the hell he's even talking about. To the point where now he even is saying, he wrote an article saying that they were going to do a Rock Triple H match at WrestleMania because of a 10-year-old clip that somebody sent him that he didn't fact check or back check. They didn't even backwalk that one. He just deleted that part from his article and then his digital copy of the Wrestling Observer. But now Uncle Dave is saying something about Tony Khan and AEW that really completely blows my mind. And for what you are, oh God, I'm not even going to read the chat because I know you all are going nuts.
Oh shit!
Thank you, Austin. I know you're
I haven't even typed anything in the chat. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, chat's clean, Scotty.
All you got is Owen Hardy saying Scotty's 2-hour talk, and I just thought it was Scotty too hotty. That's all.
All right, so basically, Dave Meltzer. Oh, God damn it! My bad.
So,
Scotty.
So, Uncle Dave said the other day, and this is confirmed audio. It's on his Wrestling Observer Radio. that poor people don't like AEW. Okay. And he is backing this up by saying that he has looked at the numbers of different states and different cities and stuff like that. And the more affluent cities are the ones that are buying AEW pay-per-views, and the less affluent cities are the ones that are getting WWE content and stuff like that. So he's making the statement that poor people don't like AEW. And I'm looking at the situation and I'm just saying to myself, all right, you know,
should be good, but
it makes no
not
logical sense that he's even saying it. Just the number. Okay, you know,
Scotty.
first of all, the
Now's
pay-per-view
your
numbers are through the roof these days anyways.
chance
And he even said in the audio, he even said that also if you look at the ticket sales, more affluent people are, you know, the affluent areas are where all the ticket sales are. Well, duh, considering that Tony Khan's tickets are astronomically through the roof for most of his shows. Hence, probably also why there's low attendance numbers in certain shows, because not that many people can afford freaking the, you know, $100, $200 tickets. But it just puts me in mind of something, and just, you know, something that I've been thinking about. Wrestling is a really niche product and isn't covered by mainstream media unless it's like a Mike Tyson showing up at Raw or the Vince McMahon scandals or whatever. Wrestling has created its own journalism, so to speak. And it started all the way back in the territory days where people, you know, would write and send people results of their territory and vice versa and all that stuff. And then Dave picked up on it and created a whole niche wrestling journalism product that was good for a while. But here's my question to you guys. Wrestling journalism, have we gotten to a point with the wrestling journalism where now that everybody's doing it, we've got, you know, everybody from Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful, you know, Meltzer, everybody out there.
Hardway Wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, are we journalists though? Are we journalists, or are we just kind of? Do we call ourselves journalists?
We're sports entertainers.
Yeah, hey, we're sports entertainers. So I think what we do is we take information that other people have.
Yeah.
Insiders, right? Because we're not insiders, really. You know, we know some people here and there, but we're not really insiders. And we take the information we hear from other people or we read from other people, and we try to bring it together and give it to the people that don't follow it, right? We want people to follow us. I love Sean Ross Sapp. I don't give a shit. Don't follow him. Follow us. I'll steal his stuff. I will pirate his stuff and bring it to you, right? So I don't think we're really journalists. Is more or less we are just people who are relaying information and giving our opinion on that type of thing.
Yeah, but my question is: have we gotten to the point where wrestling journalism has become too one-sided, too, like, you know, instead of truly and honestly reporting the facts? And there are some guys that do, don't get me wrong, but, you know, instead of truly and honestly reporting the facts, it's all about sensationalism and trying to keep up with the next person out there. Like Dave has got a dwindling audience.
Well, here's the big question.
Did Cornette say all this?
Huh?
Did Cornette say all this?
No, I mean, some of it yes, some of it no. Like it brings me to the mind of where are we with wrestling journalism? You see those freaking press scrums that AEW has. These guys are asking fluffer questions to Tony and all this stuff. Like, again, wrestling is a niche product, and we had to create our own journalism to keep up with it. But at the same time, have we gotten to a point where wrestling journalism is too far out for even the wrestling product in a weird world that is pro wrestling? Are the wrestling journalists too far out there and have gone completely out of their fucking mind?
So I think you have to figure out who's right more often than wrong, right? Because you do have like guys like Nick Hausman and lately Dave Meltzer, or you get some guys that give you information. They don't have the right information. Someone's feeding them the wrong information, or they're making shit up. Right? What story did we do from Nick Hausman that I had to run it back because he was fucking
Jericho.
Like, Jericho. The whole shit with Jericho, like it was out there that Jericho was raping bitches and shit. So you got to figure out who's right. That's why I bring up Sean Ross Sapp. I think he's great. I honestly think he's the best in the business right now. He's got the inside. He's got the inside track on all that stuff. If I hear Meltzer, or if I hear Hausman, or if I hear other other venues or other people say things, I go right to Sean Ross Sapp, and if he's saying it, then I believe it, because he is not a guy who he researches. And that's a lot of these. Meltzer hears things. These guys hear things and they run with it immediately because it's actually the first one to market, right? That's how you get clicks. That's how you get people. You see something, you run with it immediately, and that's what gets people in trouble. That's why some of these people have lost their credibility, right? Meltzer's making shit up now, right? It looks like Meltzer's making shit up and then deleting it immediately. Not even walking it back. Not saying, I made a mistake. Because again, people make mistakes. People say things. I heard shit this weekend that I cannot fucking repeat.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to go out there and fucking repeat it unless I know it for actual and if I hear things, if I hear shit all the time. If I hear things and then I hear it come out, then I can say, hey, I heard this. This is a real thing. Or I can say, I don't hear this. It's not what I've heard. So anyway, I think it's about a credibility thing. It's a credibility thing.
But that's
did you hear one soft question given to Triple H at the last media scrum? Not for Elimination Chamber because I didn't watch it. If there was one, but the last media scrum, they were asking all kinds of shit about Vince McMahon. There's no softball questions there. I think they do it too for Tony. And Tony's almost a politician. When you ask him something, boy, he spins and spins and spins and never answers a fucking question. Kind of like you do, Scotty, sometimes. But he just spins and spins and spins and spins and spins. He does a great job at that, right, Scotty? You do a great job too. You can talk about tell me when I'm lying. You can talk about the same subject for 35 fucking minutes and nobody be like, what the fuck? I just asked him about the toothpick. That's all I asked him about. Guys are like that.
The whole softball questions for Tony, I actually kind of don't agree with, because when he was wearing that ridiculous ass hat and the sunglasses about the locker room, he was wearing his best Jason outfit he could find, and they asked him about protecting women in the locker room. I mean, I don't really agree with that. They definitely ask him the hardball questions sometimes, but I mean,
but here's the other thing. Okay, if I were a reporter and I saw Tony wearing that, first thing I would do is say, hey, Tony, I got a serious question for you. Take that crap off and look at me like a man and answer
Not a fucking chance.
Zero shot.
Chance, Scotty. Not a fucking chance. You're doing that. No one's doing that. See, that's the thing. And that's a lot of this. What they don't want to lose their spot, because WWE says, hey, these people could be in this media scrum. AEW says these people could be in the media scrum. If you do some shit like that, you'll never get back in that fucking media scrum, and people don't want to lose their spot.
But here's the thing.
Get that fucking crap. I can't even imagine that coming across the fucking TV.
I'm more getting more
respect, though, if you would do it.
If I were a journalist, and I'm looking, and we have a serious issue like the Jericho situation, if this had been a true scenario and these people were like, okay, so then here's the thing. I want a serious answer. If he's gonna look at me wearing that freaking babushka thing that he was wearing with those stupid sunglasses, I'm gonna look at him and I'm like, I'm sorry, but I can't take you seriously wearing that. Take that crap off. Look at me like a man if you can, because we all know Tony really ain't that much of a man. He's still a 12-year-old kid.
No comment from this corner. No comment from this corner.
Sorry, Owen. So I think there's ways. If you're a journalist,
right? I am more about. I want to see. I want to know what the real answer is. If it costs me something, it costs me something. But you know what? At least I'm trying to do something that makes our business look serious and get a serious answer to a serious question.
I need you to keep in mind that these guys are dancing around their underwear.
Yeah, but there are serious matters
I
that
think
go on in wrestling.
Here's what I would say. I would say, Tony, with all the questions and coming up about Chris Jericho and the and the safety of women in your locker room. My question is, why are you wearing that hat? So anyway, that was the Eye of Scotty. I'm glad I was watching the viewers on Facebook go, hey, click, and click, and click. They're all starting to come back now. Anyway, yeah, no, I agree. I agree. You have to pick and choose, right? You have to pick and choose who you listen to and who you take. Some of them, sometimes their sources are correct. Sometimes people throw shit out there to see who the fucking who the snitch is or who's talking out of school and that kind of stuff. I mean, that's wrestling too, man. You put things out there and you see how when it comes back to you, and you know exactly who you told it to. So that's kind of that's journalism. That's Meltzer 101. Anyway, Meltzer's also trying to spin the fact that AEW is he's trying to give a good reason why they're not doing as well in some markets, and
well, why didn't he just say the honest truth that Tony sucks at booking and they have a bunch of children on their show that don't know what the fuck they're doing?
I don't know that Tony Khan sucks at booking. I really don't think it's a Tony Khan sucks at booking type of thing. I think Tony Khan is underestimating or is overestimating his market or overestimating his fans. Now, you and I said earlier, tell me who Daniel Bryanson wrestled on Collision. You guys, you know who it was?
Suzuki, wasn't it?
Nope.
No, not
Young Xylophone or whatever his name was.
The guy had 12 syllables.
Somebody from New Japan.
And again, you know who Daniel Bryanson is. Are you tuning in for Daniel Bryanson? After a while, or Brian Danielson, whatever his name is.
Thank you. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
I just let him go.
Yeah. You just let me go. Edge,
Prince Nana, he knows that one.
Sexton Hardcastle. When if you're tuning in to see, are you tuning in to see Brian Danielson, or are you tuning in to see Brian Danielson and whoever he's wrestling? Because you don't know who the fuck he's wrestling from week to week. Because unless
Tony's
you have
throwing names at a fucking dartboard to decide.
I don't. He's got such a big roster. I don't know why we're seeing dudes from New Japan over here. I get it. There's people that like New Japan, but it's not that. Like it's only 300,000 people that like New Japan.
Yeah.
Right. Where are we gonna? We need another 800,000 people.
Yeah. As Jason said earlier,
the Forbidden Door pay-per-view when they're already like always through the door.
I get you.
As Jason said earlier, Tony Khan's buying his wrestlers off of Temu.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's getting them shipped in off of Temu. I mean, honestly, because you don't recognize half the people.
So yeah.
Anyway, Austin, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for joining us. Where can we find you, Austin Blackthorn?
We don't want.
What was that?
I said we don't want to find him.
I want to find him. People out there that want to find Austin. Where can we find you, Austin?
So currently, this coming Saturday, you'll be able to find me at a House of Pains event down in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. And then March 9th, you'll catch me on USW facing off against the one, the only Axel Crow. So excited against that one.
All right. What's the event for the House of Pain? What's that called?
Reasons for Insanity.
That's
crazy. My the number one reason for insanity is Scotty. So that is my number one reason. Fuck that guy.
Yep.
Thank you so much for having me. I will happily give Scotty a chest slap anytime you want me to. I'm here for it. We'll make great content.
We will. If we get to 500. Right, we're on our way to 500. We are at 360 right now. Is that where we're at? 360.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, we're at 360. My goal was 340 by the end of February. It is now the end of February, and in 20, we are 20 above where we need to be. So there is no reason why we can't be at 400.
And we still got a few days left.
By the end of March.
A couple days.
By the end of March, we could be at 400. We are closing in on the Independent Rewind, which is a dwindling internet show. They're just they fell apart over the months. Here's what they're resorting to now: crotch shots. And that's my next one, by the way. But they're resorting to half naked women and their feet. So I get it. You guys are you're scared. I get it. You're scared and you're struggling for new content. So the best thing to do is show women's asses. But when we get to 500, Scotty will be showing us his. So you guys are definitely going to tune in for that. Yeah.
He's going to need a wider screen to see that ass. Jesus Christ, Rikishi.
At 500, Scotty's going to take his shirt off. At 1,000, Ricky's taking a stink face from Scotty.
The fuck I
am. I'll pay for 1,000 subs right now.
Where the hell did that come from? Oh, there we go.
Ooh, who was it?
Owen.
Yes, Owen. Yeah, we could be at 1,000 for $20. I could have 10,000 followers.
I mean, if you get each Hardy from the Hardy household to subscribe, we could have 1,000.
So many Hardys there, and I get to spend because I will be also on that March 9th show in Elmore, West Virginia. Elmore, what is an Elmore, by the way? Do we know what an Elmore is yet?
I still don't know. I know I'm going there, but
I know it's not a brand of toothpaste. I promise you that it's not a brand of toothpaste.
Unreal.
So anyway, yeah, I know we're not gonna have a good time, but I get to ride. I'm riding with the Hardy Bunch. So I'm Jason.
I thought you were about to get copyrighted for a second. I thought you were gonna say the Hardy Boys. Instead,
no,
the Hardy Bunch.
No. I had to mute you. Yeah, the Hardy. I'm going to be part of the Hardy clan. I'm Jason Hardy for that weekend. Only because I'm making him pay for my food. Every time we stop for chicken nuggies, I'm going to make him pay. So, anyway, thank you again, Austin. Thank you so much, Rick, Scotty. Austin, you're welcome back anytime.
Eat one nuggie, stick two up your ass. Isn't that what The Rock said?
That's what The Rock said. Yeah, I'm a Cody crybaby for sure.
I think we all are at this point.
Anyway, if you have not subscribed to YouTube yet, hold that toothpick, Scotty. Relax, Scotty. He's getting his wrist.
Do I have to come up with something cool? Do I have to do something cool here?
I don't know that you could be as cool as Scotty. I mean, you could try. You're going to need a sign off. You stole Ricky's sign off the other day.
Hey, someone had to do it. Okay. Someone had to do it.
I'll let him have the honorary
Ricky was being a little bitch and wanted to sleep in. I had to do his job.
I had to work, damn it.
Anyway, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on all your podcasting platforms. iTunes. Thank you. He fucked me up. I knew I wanted to do so bad, and now I'm fucked up.
It's past bedtime.
Spotify. Yeah, it is past bedtime. Spotify. We are on Google Play. And YouPorn.
What?
So you can catch us there. We have our OnlyFans. You'll be able to catch us with Mandy Rose doing a collab.
I can only hope.
But make sure you go like and subscribe. Please ring the bell, because when we come on live, you need to know. You can ask Walker, man. He's from England. He loves us. He says, I put down the fish and chips just to listen to you. And that's what he does. So we appreciate you guys out there. And for Ricky, Scotty, and Austin, we'll see you next time.
On the hard way.
Hey!
Spit his gum.
Hold on. Did you do your gum?
I spit that shit, yeah.
Ah, damn it.